What's up, everyone? It's me, Dre. Now, it's been about a week since the elections have ended. Donald Trump won the presidency. Now, initially, when he announced his running for the office, it wasn't so much me opposed to Donald Trump in general. It was me opposed to Donald Trump primarily because of the comments that he made generalizing Mexicans. And over the past 18 months plus, I've had several discussions, several debates, several arguments with strangers, with family, with friends about Donald Trump and why I wouldn't vote for him. Now, for me, I didn't vote. If you've seen any of my videos when it comes to discussions about politics, I made it abundantly clear that I don't vote. I refuse to vote primarily because I don't see any hope in Hillary Clinton after her comments about calling blacks and Latinos super predators. She doesn't get a pass from me. But at the same time, I have a strong feeling that neither political party, Democrat or Republican, gives a fuck about black people. On one hand, you have the Democratic Party, who founded the KKK, and then you have the Republican Party that started the war on drugs against blacks and brown people. So both parties have done everything over the last few hundred years to undermine blacks and their progress. So a lot of people who did decide to go out and vote will try to shame me, but there's no shame in my game, primarily because this is a strong feeling that I carry and I cannot be dissuaded. All the same, going back to Donald Trump, he won the presidency. Now, he won the electoral votes, but not the popular votes, which is probably another reason why I felt that it wasn't necessary to vote, because Clinton had about 600,000 more votes, popular votes, yet she still lost the election. So I'm not hurt about that. Now, this guy, Johnny Walnuts, I call him Johnny No Nuts. So he was wanting to goad and basically say, Andre, eat crow. Ha ha, Andre. How do you feel? You feel stupid. First and foremost, I have no feeling at all. I'm not emotionally invested in Donald Trump winning or losing. I would have made a video to talk shit about him losing simply because I still think he's a racist asshole. It's clearly evident because he just, nominated Steve Shannon or Steve O'Bannon, whatever his name is. But he's a white nationalist from Breitbart. And that just lets you know the direction as far as how things are going. So he's already starting to fill his political office with his choice nominees. What's going to happen in his next 4 years? Who knows? But at the same time, I also want to implore to the liberals out there that are protesting in all of these cities. I think it's silly. Honestly, I think it's silly because you can look back to when Obama won his second term and southern states like Texas and Arizona wanted to secede from the Union. Americans doing what Americans do best, and that's pout. So that's another reason I don't consider myself a liberal or conservative. I swing for neither party simply because it's all bullshit when it comes to politics and people of color. So yes, we had a black president, but he's more of a figurehead, just like Queen Elizabeth in England. Serves no purpose. For me, one of the reasons why I support Obama is not because of his political party. It's because in my 45 years of life, the last time there was any hope for a black person to make it in office was Jesse Jackson back in the mid to late 80s. And being in the Oval Office is what gave me hope. So seeing Obama win
not one, but 2 terms, that says a lot for black people. And I'm not one of those black people that's saying Obama should have done more for blacks, because if you can't see the fact that Obama making it into office against all odds in the history of this country, the 43 sitting presidents before him, all white, and then you have the first black president. If you can't see something special in that, then you've got issues as a black person or a person of color. So back to Donald Trump. I still say fuck Donald Trump. He's still a racist asshole, and people will try to defend him, but look at what's happening in this country. There's more racial division, and it wasn't
created by Donald Trump, because racial division has been in this country for centuries. There's going to be a lot of people, a lot of idiots that say Obama divided this country, but those people are idiots. When you look at the history of this country, those people easily ignore James Byrd getting dragged in Jasper, Texas. They ignore Emmett Till being killed by those good old boys back in 1955. They forget about the 4 little black girls at the Birmingham church bombing. There's a history of racial division in this country ever since the thought of black people being slaves came to be. And that's quite a bit of time. So Donald Trump, all he did was make it more comfortable for people who felt the racial hatred in the heart. He made it comfortable for them to be more outward with it. You see it with his rallies. You see what's happening now, where there's a lot of people being attacked. And I'm going to make another video about that because there's some bullshit going on. But all the same, this is America. As fucked up as we are, this is America. The next 4 years, who knows what's going to happen? Personally, I think that Donald Trump, he's going to compromise this country. He's going to leave us vulnerable to attacks from outside as well as within. Because to me, quite honestly, there's more in terms of domestic terrorism than there is foreign terrorism. And I can make another video about that. But again, for the supporters who believe that this country is going to be okay, I don't think it's going to go to hell in a handbasket. Who knows what the next 4 years waits ahead of us. But I wanted to make this video to share my feelings about Donald Trump. I'm not going to say congratulations to the Trump supporters. I'm not going to say fuck all y'all to the Trump supporters, because I know a couple of people who voted for Trump that are actually pretty cool people, black, white, Hispanic, who felt like Washington needed a shakeup, someone that's a businessman but not a politician. I still think Donald Trump is the wrong choice, but again, this is not me crying simply because I have no emotional investment in the election. I simply wanted to see Donald Trump go down in a blaze of glory simply because I think he's an asshole, a racist asshole, and unfortunately, he won the presidency. We'll see what happens in the next 4 years. I still say fuck Donald Trump, and for Johnny No Nuts, you're still a jackass. Anyway, if you like this video, hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook. Peace.